idea to march today. You know, this is the cold and flu season.
It's 0600. What's the O stand for? Oh, my God, it's early.
At last. I can get some sleep.
Irish eyes are smiling. Hey, is it a little too early for being that loud? Hey, too late.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Steel Sanctuary Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Romero from SteelSanctuary.com. We're here with Bob and Dave. Trent's not feeling well. He's a little under the weather, so he won't be joining us tonight. Guys,
he's still celebrating.
Yeah, he's still celebrating. Happy Rooney Bowl victory. Where's the trophy? When's the parade in Pittsburgh?
Victory Cigar Monday, boys.
There you go.
Vaughn's starting off. I would just like to point, well, I'm going to wait for Big Pun to point out that, yes, Kenneth Gainwell over Najee Harris all day, every day.
Steelers have a big win in Ireland, 24-21. That game was a lot closer than it should have been. Let's do before we get into that. Let's do the injuries. Jalen Ramsey and Calvin Austin look like they're going to be out multiple weeks with injuries. Ramsey was a hamstring, right? I don't know what. Do we know what Calvin Austin? What happened to him?
Yeah, you know, with the hamstring thing, we kind of thought with the celebration, okay, maybe he faked it. I don't think so. I think he did hurt it, and he just tried to go the rest of the game till it got
That's
to
possible.
a point where it was even worse. Austin is a shoulder, from what I understand, from what we heard from Nick and Zach and all that good stuff, is, you know, he in a sling. But Austin said in the press conference after that he feels fine. So I know Duloc reported that, hey, they're out for multiple weeks. But, you know, hey, we have multiple weeks before we play again.
You said Austin said he was fine? I thought Austin went to the hospital.
Yeah, he did, but there were before they got on the plane and they were doing their press conferences or whatever. He said, "Hey, I'm good. I feel fine."
Maybe it wasn't as severe as they thought.
Maybe he could have a separated shoulder for all we know. But
yeah. Oh, Big Pun's in.
Hey, our buddy Big Pun. How about Kenneth Gainwell? How'd he do? Maybe he's a little better than Najee Harris.
I don't think any of us saw that coming, buddy. Oof. What else do I have? The Steelers are in first place, boys. 3-1. Could be 2 games clear of everybody if Cincinnati loses to the Broncos tonight. Yeah. I did not see the Ravens
busted out purple drink to celebrate as well.
I didn't see the Ravens being 1-3 at this point. I know their schedule's been kind of tough, but
I will say this: the Ravens are, and I kind of said this at the beginning of the year, but when we were doing our prediction podcast, I think the Ravens were overrated. I said they could start 1-5. I don't know if Houston, like if picks were tonight, I don't know that I would pick Houston depending on the spread, but they could easily lose to Houston, and then they got the Rams. So 1-5 could be happening.
I mean, this schedule, I'm just looking at it. They played the Bills, Browns, Lions, and Chiefs. That's rough. That's a rough start. Even the Browns, the way they play defense, that's a rough first 4. They lost Matabuke for the season, right? And
neck injury.
A couple other guys that got injuries. Their defense is all beat up.
Dude,
Humphrey's hurt.
Humphreys, Wiggins. I mean, dude.
The linebacker there is hurt. They're in.
Oh, Van Noy too. Yeah, dude.
There's rumors. I don't know how. There's whispers. Let's say that some people are saying Lamar quit on the team and decided just to take the rest of the game off. I don't
claim a hamstring. So
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not buying he quit on the team, but Ravens are in trouble.
Yeah, not so much quit on the team, but refused to go back in and said,
"What's just quitting on the team?"
Well, yes and no. I mean, you're down 20 points to the Chiefs at Kansas City. And, okay, I got a little bit of an injury. If it's a 3-point game, he probably goes back in. It's a 20-point blowout, coach. We ain't coming back, especially if I can't fucking run.
Oh, you think there's some legs to this?
I did. The announcers kind of, hinted at it at the end of the game.
Wow.
That's good. That's all good for us.
Crazy.
The more controversy for
True.
the Ravens, the better.
True. As much
Let 'em-
mayhem as possible. Let them deal with all that chaos. Good.
Slay and Eccles were hurt during the game too, but it seems like they're okay. Eccles was cramps in his legs, and Slay got cleated, I guess. Somebody stepped on him, so
Yeah.
apparently they're okay. Pretty good. You can't ask for much more health-wise for this team going into the bye, and they're pretty healthy.
Is there any truth that Pat Fryermuth has rubbed some disappearance on him, and that happened? Is he's slowly disappearing?
I mean, we want to get into it. Let's get into it. He got outsnapped by Connor Hayward in this game. Did not have a target in this game either.
And then is the one that gave up the blocked field goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bro, he is in a dangerous zone right now.
Yeah, it's
He's in the doghouse with somebody. I think it starts with Aaron.
Yeah. He's in Aaron's doghouse. There's no doubt about it. I mean, and I guess, well, I know it's game plan specific too, but there's no way Connor Hayward should be out snapping him. There's no way. He's at least as good a blocker as Connor Hayward, right? I mean, neither one of them are very good. Let's be honest at blocking.
On the goal line, they're not great on that field goal kick.
And I saw Tommy Jaggy's ex where he had the I hope I'm saying your name right, Tommy. But he had the snap count, and then he also pointed out that when Darnell has 40 or more snaps, the Steelers are 6-0, average 125 yards a game, and are 2-0 against the Ravens. We've all kind of said, hey, we should play him more. It makes the offensive line better. All the stuff. And he had a couple of catches too. Do I think he's better than Pat Fryermuth? As a blocker, yes. Overall, as a tight end, no. But Pat Fryermuth, I told you guys this a couple of weeks ago, Pat Fryermuth has lost Aaron Rodgers. The deep pass drop and running the wrong fucking route on that third down against New England, he has lost Aaron's eye. I don't know what he can do to get it back. And frankly, if the rumors that he might be involved in a trade are true, they should do it. Pull the trigger, because they're paying him way too much fucking money. They can't just cut him. They can't because of the cap hit. So
you say he's not as good as Darnell Washington, and Darnell Washington is as good as him, and technically you're right. But the team's so much better.
Yeah, I said Muth is
Muth is
overall a better tight end.
Yeah, but the team plays better when Darnell Washington plays. Vaughn's got the receipts right there on the screen.
They're 6-0 or something like that, right?
I mean,
he did put it up, didn't he? Yeah.
This is like, and here we go again. Why does it take the fucking coaching staff so long to realize this? They're standing on the field. They see it.
And look, in fairness, too, and I kind of pointed this out, and somebody on this podcast laughed at me when I said how undersized that line was.
You were right, Bob. I was going to give you your flowers in this one. You were right. You were right.
But even more kudos. Never mind that I was right. Good job, coaching staff, recognizing that if you put Spencer Anderson in as another tight end and Darnell, you could push these guys around.
And they did. They did.
It was brilliant. Like
as great as Gainwell played, I really wish Jalen had been healthy. Oh my God, he might have run for 200.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Kenneth Gainwell, because guilty number one of making fun of Kenneth Gainwell and saying he's nothing and he's not good. And maybe this is just a one-off. We'll see. But man, he was good in this game. He was really fucking good.
Honestly, dude, there's like a list of people I owe an apology to. I was so wrong.
Right. We were all wrong.
Sid, yes, I'm celebrating with a victory cigar. I'm allowed to do that even though I said they were going to lose. I can still celebrate my team wins. But I do owe a bunch of them an apology. I was dead wrong.
I was more wrong than anybody. I thought they were going to get killed. I really did. And they didn't.
Look, and from a defensive scheme standpoint, I don't think they played an overly complicated defense. I still thought they played way too much zone. But bottom line is,
I did too.
The pressure was ridiculous. When we get pressure like that, this is the highest paid defense in the NFL. This is what it's supposed to be. That's the key to the Steelers' defense. If they don't get pressure, they're going to get cooked. If they get pressure, this becomes a much better defense because now you have really good corners who only have to cover for a second and a half, 2 seconds. You don't get home, you blow a coverage, and all of a sudden even Carson Wentz can find Jordan Addison wide open.
Oof, that was a bad miscommunication, whatever the fuck that was. Peyton Wilson saved the game, right? He doesn't stop him at the goal line and save the team like 40 seconds. We're going from celebrating this to be one of the worst losses in a Tomlin thing because
Didn't they estimate that was the fastest run or something by a
Fastest
linebacker?
No,
since 2017
this year.
Oh, really? Yeah. It's crazy.
22 and a half miles an hour.
Yeah. I mean, give Peyton Wilson credit because I really do believe if he doesn't make that play, they score that quickly. I think Minnesota comes and wins this game.
Yeah.
The momentum was shifting. It was in play there for a while.
I don't know. I think the play calling is a little bit different. If number one, they kick it deep. They do not onside kick. But number two, I think the play calling is a little bit different. It's not just ram Gainwell into the line 3 times and punt on
You don't think so?
Inches. No,
Tomlin proved he has no sack whatsoever on that 4th down call. He's got no guts.
Yeah,
None.
because as soon as they didn't get it on the first time, he was done.
Yeah.
He was never
Done.
going to try it again. Now, never mind.
4th
the
and
play call
inches
was
to ice the
stupid,
game.
But
and
Fourth and inches
I
to
kind
ice
of
the
like
game.
and they could have tush pushed again. They
Yes.
kinda,
Yes.
you read my mind. I was just about
Yes.
to say it. Get Connor Hayward back out there and do it again because the tush push we've seen is unstoppable if you do it right. Like, absolutely.
which by the way, okay, I'm glad Connor Hayward made it, but come on, man. Pat can't take that. Jonnu Smith can't take that. DK Metcalf can't take that.
Listen.
What?
Well,
Why
I don't
do
want
we
DK.
have
I don't
the
want
midget? What is the fascination with midgets on this fucking team?
They have to justify him on the roster, Bob. So they give him special plays like that. It's that simple. They got to justify his.
Yeah, I'm just glad they
You know?
ran it. Yeah, but I'm with you.
Is Connor Hayward smaller than those other guys you just mentioned? I know he's smaller than Metcalf. Everybody's smaller than Metcalf. But,
He's only 6 feet tall. He's
Okay.
only 6 feet tall.
I thought you
he's-
said Muth, though. Is he not bigger than Muth?
Moose is like
Moose-
6'4", right? 6'3".
Yeah, Moose
Is he?
6'4",
Okay.
6'5", yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I thought that he was bigger than Muth. All right.
Jonnu Smith is a smaller. He's like 6'2" and a half.
Okay.
But he's within that realm of okay. I'm a smaller tight end, but I'm really more of a slot H.
Yeah.
Type
You don't
of-
think that Hayward's more bulkier than Muth or Jonnu Smith?
Look, Hayward's a fullback, and I totally get it. And if you want to slam him up into the line, I just don't love the fact that in case you have to reach for it, like we've seen Josh Allen just jump up over the top.
Right.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah, that's not happening with him. I mean, he is kind of maybe a Jalen Hurts-ish. I'm just glad they taught one of them how to do it. Obviously you don't want Aaron doing it.
Just glad they did it, dude. I'm just glad they're actually doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you see how successful people are with it. It took them 3 years to finally do it, but it was great to see. There's a lot of things with the offense that was great to see, really.
Yeah. I don't know that you can run that super jumbo package against Cleveland, but
I wouldn't.
Well,
not as much as they did against Minnesota anyway.
Yeah,
maybe in spots.
Yeah, when you put Darnell and Tim out there, and they're running to that side, I mean, you can get the seal.
Now that Matabuke's out and he's that big 350-pound nose.
Well, that's
maybe
Baltimore.
That's what I'm talking about. What did you say? You can't? Oh, Cleveland. I'm sorry. I got
Cleveland.
my team screwed up. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, I don't know if I do it against Cleveland. But look, if they do come up against a smaller line again, they know they have this in their bag, that they can push smaller lines around. They did a great job at it. I'm actually surprised that was the Steelers' game plan, and then they executed it so well. Like, I'm really shocked.
They took this game so seriously that they were willing to make a bunch of changes.
Isn't that crazy?
Like, in my head, I'm thinking, bro, can you please do this every game? Please?
Can we play every game in Ireland? They're so fucking motivated when they're in Ireland because of Rooney.
That's what I'm saying. They made so many different changes that, I'm just like, dude, please keep doing this. Please keep coming up with new things. Please.
I'm telling you, and I've said it the last 2 weeks, and I'm going to say it when they play Cleveland. Aaron Rodgers, he may not have the greatest stats every time. He had great stats yesterday, but he is such a huge difference in this offense. He gets them into the right thing at the right time, and no matter I can't. Yeah, they had that where they didn't touch the ball a little bit with New England, but for the most part, they pretty much always look competent. Or when they're coming off the field, hey, here's who fucked that up, and it's not that the play was terrible. It's that somebody didn't catch it. It was a bad throw, whatever. You feel like next time they're going to come out and they're going to make a play. Personally, and I'm sorry Trent couldn't be on because we were going to go back and forth at this. If DK had caught the ball the first couple of games, I don't think this would have been the breakout game for DK. Because if he catches some of those slants and crosses that he dropped, we could be looking at easily 4-0.
I mean, I can't argue with you. I mean, he's got a couple drops coming into this game. I mean, maybe they are. I mean, I'm just, I don't know if this is sustainable, but it's great right now. I mean, I think this past game was his quickest time to throw of the season, and he was already the quickest in the league,
that's
right?
What they said.
Yeah.
So this is even quick. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong.
You got a monster like DK. Give him the ball 3 yards down the field, and good luck tackling him. Yeah, I mean, you better have a fucking linebacker out there because a quarter is not tackling DK Metcalf.
And teams are trying to take away him over the top with the safety, so that's the way he's going to get involved, is underneath stuff. It's clear that they don't want him to go deep. And we don't even know if Aaron Rodgers can stay upright long enough to get him deep anyway. So this short and intermediate stuff is where he's going to have to live.
He had it down the field a couple of times this game. He had more time because they were getting rid of the ball. They were hitting those quick runs. And then all of a sudden, now the defense has to change a little bit. We can't, you either got to get more aggressive and try to come before they throw it, or you got to back off a little bit. And, look, are we going to ever be a 40-yard Russell Wilson throw the ball down the field? No, that's never been Aaron Rodgers' game. He can do it. He can uncork it, but it's not his game.
I just love how we used Brian Flores' aggressiveness against him. We talked about it that morning, right, on the morning show there, and they actually did it. Like, to actually do it, and you saw how much it worked. It was just like, oh my gosh, you guys actually made an adjustment to use this against him. We thought Flores was going to dominate with his coaching, and they flipped. Arthur Smith flipped the script on him. He really did. Him and Aaron Rodgers. Just amazing. Honestly.
Vaughn put it up on the screen that what I was talking about. 2.17 seconds, release
ridiculous
time. I don't know if that's sustainable, but we're going to find out, because I think this is the offense. This is what they're going to run. So, and make them change. It's working, so make them keep running it till it doesn't work. But,
and the one thing, so Ben's last year, when he didn't have the uncorkable arm strength that he used to have, it was a lot of screens, and defenses drew up to it. The difference in this, to me, with him getting the ball out, is they're not running wide receiver screen. They're running 3 to 5 yard routes, in breaking routes, where he hits DK, he hits Jonnu, he hits somebody, where you're a little bit down the field in space. The only time he really kind of circles out and through behind the line in this game, and he did do it last game, but this game, the only time he really did that was a couple of screens to Gainwell, which, by the way, if Gainwell, if he had got that ball out, and I think he remembered the play in New England where Gainwell didn't whip his head around because he got insta pressure, I think he just threw that away, because if he thought Gainwell would swing his head, that was the perfect time for that little touch. Hey, take it and go, because that would have gone for 30 yards. There was nobody out there.
But the difference, I think, with Ben in his last year and now is they didn't have DK Metcalf. Ben didn't have a guy like DK Metcalf. He could throw a 4-yard screen and have him take it to the house like DK. They didn't have any kind of offensive weapon like this guy.
Yeah, you hit DK on a crosser or an in-breaking route, it's going to the house. It's going to the house because good unless a linebacker sticks him, that I'm sorry, I cannot. I honestly maybe a corner and a safety together could get him on the ground, but momentum, that guy builds momentum. That's like a fucking tight offensive line. I don't even know how to describe him. He's a fucking monster. He's 6'4".
Yeah, he's a fast tank. Literally.
I don't know how you tackle that guy if you hit him on the run.
Well, you saw him on that play run that guy over at the 2-yard line.
Yeah.
Like the guy got there and he was just like, yeah, okay. He just planted his shoulder and see you. Like, yeah. But it's incredible that he can run as fast as he can at that size.
Yeah. He's a unicorn. He's definitely something we've never seen before.
And he was always resistant to it in Seattle. And I don't know if that was partly because Wilson threw those moon balls. He was always resistant to those short and intermediate routes. Aaron has got him talked into this. If he can hold on to the fucking ball, and he did, to his credit, man, that's a sustainable model because he can get it out quick. He doesn't have to hold it, and I can go to the house every time.
They need somebody to complement him, though. They need another receiver. I mean, we might as well get it out of the way now. I mean, Calvin Austin hurt. Not that he's lighting the world on fire, but even when Calvin Austin did get hurt, they didn't even think about bringing Roman Wilson in. He's banished to the back.
Let's be fair. He got hurt in the fourth quarter, and they weren't going to take a chance. Yeah,
it was the fourth quarter.
They weren't going to take a chance at that point with I think if they were having to throw the ball, we would have saw Roman Wilson.
You sure?
Yeah. Man. I guarantee he's going to start in 2 weeks.
Oh, I Roman Wilson? No, I wouldn't guarantee that.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't get nobody, I could see that. Yeah.
I think Skoronski starts. If they don't go anybody.
Skoronski and Scotty Miller.
What's the matter with me today?
Yeah, Skoronski and Scotty Miller will play.
I think Skoronski starts. They love Skoronski. They fucking love Skoronski.
Yeah, but
a little bit more than you do, Bob.
Yeah, they like Roman Wilson too. I'd be totally okay with starting Skoronski. But I'm telling you, they're going to play him. Why? Because he's your third-round draft pick. He is easily the next best receiver as far as, okay, you can maybe do something when you catch the ball. And it's just going to be – Aaron doesn't have a lot of faith in him. So we're going to see. He'll get a chance. And if he drops a ball or does something stupid, he's out. And then it'll be the Scotty Miller, Ben Skoronski. Oh, my God, who are we trading for? But if you're expecting a move, unless somebody really – I was looking at it today. A guy who I think is a low-key possibility is Brandon Cooks because New Orleans is going nowhere fast. I don't think Olave is realistic. But a guy like Brandon Cooks, who's only been targeted 7 or 8 times, that's a guy who maybe New Orleans would give up for a 4th, 5th round pick.
If he's only been targeted that many times, that means that he's not really doing much.
Well, I don't know if you're aware of who's playing quarterback in New Orleans.
So we got a couple of suggestions here in the chat. I mean, Moore from Chicago. I don't think they're moving him. I really don't.
Not at 2 and 2.
DJ Moore.
No.
They would want a 2 for him.
No,
right?
I don't even.
His contract's big enough. They'd want a 3, but bottom line is now they're 2 and 2. They think they're good. They think they got a shot.
True.
They're not trading DJ Moore.
Jacoby Myers. I don't know if the Raiders are ready to start selling. Maybe.
That's a maybe.
What are they, 1 and 3 now?
Yep, 1 and 3. They lose this week. It's a maybe.
Does that do anything for you? He's okay.
But
I guess he's all right.
Here's the thing, though. This is the time to trade for somebody. You give yourself 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Get them in here.
That's what I was going to bring up.
Get acclimated to it, how they do things, the scheming and everything, and then bam, man, they're back. They're ready to go. Like that they should be. I hope they're looking like right now on the phone.
Yeah, for Relic here. And I don't know if you've looked at the free agents, but it is trash beyond trash beyond trash beyond trash.
Yeah. Well, before we get there, let's talk a little A.J. Brown. He is clearly unhappy in Philly. Like the cryptic tweets have started. I can't wait for him to scrub all the Eagle stuff from his social media. That's coming next.
Yeah.
Let me get your temperature here. If Philly came and said we want a first for AJ Brown, what are we saying?
Well, we say yes, but Philly's not going to do that. It's a pipe dream. You are 4-0 Super Bowl champions on the way to potentially another trip to the Super Bowl.
We've seen players
you
like
are
this.
not trading your number one wide receiver.
If he's going to be a freaking distraction, then you have to.
He was a distraction last year.
He didn't. No, he didn't do anything last year.
Yes, he did.
What? Read the book on the sideline? That's not a distraction.
He was complaining constantly when he wasn't getting targeted.
I'm not giving them a first.
I am.
He's a problem. They're not going to offer a first.
Overall in his career, he's not a problem. He's
a problem with them, and they're going to be
AJ Brown.
I'm telling you now, you probably offer them a second, they do it.
No, I don't know.
You could offer this year and next year's first. They won't do it.
I'm not so sure, Bob. I mean,
if he's that bad,
it's going to have to get bad for that. Yeah,
I don't know.
If he becomes a real pain in the ass, but it's not going to happen this week. It's going to take a lot. I
wonder how many years left are on his contract.
I don't know.
He's owed a lot of money too, by the way.
I don't care about the money.
The last year's contract, he's still got 2 or 3 years. I mean, this is the kind of stuff you have to factor in if we're really going to dissect this. But
let me pull it up.
And his contract's actually kind of a bargain for a wide receiver at this point.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, he has got it's kind of funky. He's got a couple void years. So he's signed through 2029.
2029?
Yep.
Oh, then they will want a first. Okay.
And he was one of the first receiver big contracts where he was getting 22-25 million. He's a bargain now.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, really?
He's $32 million a year.
Yeah.
He signed a 3-year, $96 million contract. That's not a bargain. That's what's top of the market now? Wide receivers, I've already forgotten.
35.
So that's kind of a bargain. 32's up there.
According to Spot Rack, his cap hit this year is 17.5. Goes to 23 next year, 22 in 27, 28 in 28, and 29 in 29.
But you can handle the 17 this year, though. So,
and there's a potential out after 26.
Yeah, he got a big signing bonus. That's why it comes out to $32 million a year. The contract's not terrible. The contract's not. It's doable. And I get it, Bob. They definitely don't want to trade him. And
we're talking about Howie Roseman here. He's not trading AJ Brown. In the offseason, he may. But he's not trading him during the season, during a Super Bowl run.
If he's becoming a cancer in the locker room, though, they may.
Big Pun just said a 3-letter word I don't want to hear.
Yeah, I don't. Dude, he's washed. He's done.
OBJ is not the answer.
He's done.
Not the answer.
Look, he's done.
You might as well cut one of Roman Wilson's leg off and throw him out there. You'd be better off. OBJ's no good.
None of the free agents are the answer.
No, we're in freaking September. Any free agents are out there, they're terrible.
Right. Yeah. And you have to look to a team's 3rd, 4th, 5th wide receiver. Because you're not getting anybody in contention's 1st or 2nd.
Yeah.
You're just
or teams that are 0-4, 1-3 that might want to start. It's still early. That's the thing. You really got to look at the teams that are like 0-4 and see if they want to move anybody.
Look, whether the Jets win or lose tonight, somebody in chat says, "Oh, I don't want to hear Alan Lazard." It's good, I'm sorry, but it could be Alan Lazard.
I don't want to hear that either.
But that's the level of guy you're going to get.
I hope not. I hope we can find it one tier higher than that.
But there's nobody like last year with Devontae who's out there who, he's unhappy. The team sucks. We'll get rid of him. There's nobody like that this year.
All right. Sid brought up another name.
Thanks,
no.
Sid.
I got Trent on my side on this one.
No. He's 30 years old. I wish I'd had time to say he's a bum in my little video. He's a bum. He's been cut by 4 wide receiver needy teams.
We're aware of his history, Bob. We're aware of his history.
No, apparently you're not,
it's
because he
well
hasn't been
documented on
good
this
in
podcast.
4 years.
The potential it's still, I don't know. If you're not going to make a trade,
potential.
I know.
He's 30 years old.
Dave, if you got to say he's got potential,
well, he does what we need, and Trent brought that up in a chat.
He does not.
He used to get open quickly.
So, I was gonna say, here's the key word. You said does. That's past tense.
Yeah.
It's not. He's.
I put out the poll question. I'd rather have him than OBJ. If we're going to scrape somebody off the bottom of the barrel, give me Deontay Johnson over OBJ.
I agree with that.
Deontay Johnson. No, he's a locker room cancer. They're not going to sign him.
OBJ can be a locker room cancer. Look what he did.
Yeah,
with that
OBJ
shit
is the definition of it.
No,
they're both.
he's not.
They're both. Yeah, he is.
OBJ is definitely.
He is definitely.
Not since the Giants.
Ask the Giants what they think about him.
And the Browns.
That was.
And the Browns too.
Well, the Browns clearly sided with OBJ.
He's the reason why the Browns let Mayfield go.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest mistake they ever fucking made, was letting Mayfield go.
His dad was chiming in about how,
videos and everything else. Now, let me just say this. That video was damning. I will say that. However, nobody needed that shit. A team does not need that shit. They don't need a dad. They don't need a guy in the locker room doing that crap. Definitely.
Plus, the worst part of OBJ is he still thinks he's OBJ of 10 years ago.
But don't get me wrong.
His head is bigger than
DJ's just as bad, possibly worse with his shit. Like, oh man, it's cold out. I ain't going out there. Bro.
And I seem to recall these kind of arguments for the reason we shouldn't sign Aaron Rodgers. How's all that looking right fucking now?
No, that's not even. They're not even.
You're going to compare Aaron Rodgers to OBJ? Come on.
That is a media-created bullshit, is what that is. There's a big difference here. The media created that shit. Fuck them.
Yeah. But you go back and look, and
the further I go to Purple Drink tonight, I might be saying a couple more things. So
the Browns don't get rid of Baker because of OBJ.
Yes, they did.
The Browns got rid of Baker Mayfield for Deshaun Watson.
Did we really bring
that was after?
Oh,
that was after.
No. Come on.
What do you mean it was after? It was not after. They got rid of Baker Mayfield so they could sign Deshaun Watson. It's inarguable. They dumped Baker for Deshaun Watson.
They did. No, I agree. They did, Dave. They did. But it's because of all the crap that happened. He had an injury. I think it was his non-throwing shoulder. And I don't know why, if they kind of use that as an excuse or what. But Baker Mayfield was struggling because he was hurting really bad and playing through an injury.
Pun brings up Tank Dell. He's hurt, right?
No, he's out for the year.
Yeah, he's out for the year.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of no, they got Nico. Tank's done for the year.
There's potential that Christian Watson may not be as hurt as Green Bay's letting on because they don't need him. But even then, I mean, I would love Christian Watson. I just don't see us trading for him.
Well, if Miami loses tonight, there's always Tyreek.
Okay, so
I've been banging that drum.
You don't want A.J. Brown because he's a locker room cancer, but Tyreek Hill.
A.J. Brown? I want A.J. Brown.
Yeah.
I don't want OBJ.
Look,
well, if OBJ could still play, I'd consider it.
Bob, look, Tyreek Hill's just misunderstood, okay? He's just a misunderstood individual, all right? He means
you want to.
They signed put a bunch of Cam Sutton. I'm not. What's the big deal
exactly.
about Tyreek?
Exactly. They have no leg to stand on after they signed Cam Sutton. There's no moral high ground anymore. That's gone. That's over. Cam Sutton threw his girlfriend through a window. There's no allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I don't think OBJ's in the cards either. I mean, it's been 5 years now almost since he played a full season. So
I've been saying it for 2 years now. Tyreek Hill.
Sid. What about Waddle?
I mean, I think I would love Waddle, but I don't think they'd trade him. They'd rather trade Tyreek than Waddle, right?
Yeah, you don't trade the 25-year-old you're paying $30 million to. You trade the 32-year-old you're paying.
Right.
I mean, fucking Waddle. Yeah, I'd love Waddle, but I don't think he's even in the conversation.
Probably not, but in general,
they said
though,
actually, I read today that if Miami loses tonight, they're clearing house. Everyone's gone. The GM, the coach, Everyone goes. If that's true.
If who loses, which one?
Miami loses tonight.
That
Oh.
doesn't mean the players are gone though.
Well, then the next thing is a fire sale because they're thinking they got to start over.
Two big wide receiver contracts. I could see them trying to get out from under one of them.
Oh, I'm sure they're dying to trade Tyreek Hill. Once they're out of the playoff hunt, they're dying to get rid of him.
One thing you got to remember too here is everybody in the league knows the Steelers need a wide receiver. So you're going to pay tax, and that's probably why Omar is not pulling the trigger, because he's not going to get fucked in a trade. He's just not. He's going to go. He'll make an offer. He'll say, I want to be realistic. I think he learned his lesson from IU. Hey, you want to do this? Let's do it. We'll do it now. You want to call me back? Fuck you. You're not using me to drive up other offers. Bye-bye. Don't call me back.
The problem with that theory is, though, he fucking held on to, San Francisco's, crotch for 6 months trying to get Brandon Ayuk. He kept calling and kept calling and kept calling and kept calling.
Which in retrospect would have been a huge mistake.
If Ayuk doesn't get injured, he's a good receiver. I mean, you can't predict injuries.
Yeah,
especially with a younger player like that. He's only in his 20s. I don't think that's a huge mistake.
At this point, look, we could sit here and talk to her blue in the face. I want A.J. Brown. I want Tyreek Hill. I want fucking Chris Olave. Guys, I'm telling you. Olave is the only outside chance, maybe. And I don't even know if that's worth what you'd probably have to pay to get it.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't disagree.
Olave would be very interesting. And then the concussion thing scares the daylights out of me.
That's what Bob's point is.
If you're trying to just make this one run this year for the Super Bowl, and you can try to squeeze, a few months out of him without getting a concussion, then you worry about it after the season, depending on the price tag, give him a third. If they take a third, I don't think they would. I don't know. I can't figure out the Olave.
If it came out, Calvin Austin's out for 6 weeks. They're not going to do anything until after the Cleveland game. They're going to give Roman Wilson a shot at it. And if it becomes crystal clear apparent, okay, we got to get somebody, then maybe they'll try. Unless something falls in their lap. He's not going to reach unless Roman Wilson can't do it. And we don't know whether he can or he can't.
We're pretty sure he can. We're pretty sure at this point.
It's not that I disagree with what you're saying they're going to do. It's just that I hope they don't do that. Look, Aaron Rodgers has made it very clear he's not a fan. So they need to now go get someone. This
is the time to do it.
Now.
It takes two to tango, obviously. Maybe there isn't teams ready to make moves this early. This one, I'll give Omar a pass because it's really early in the season. It's tough to get somebody to move off someone good. Because then if you trade a good wide receiver, you're basically saying my season's over. So it's going to be hard to pry somebody now.
Well, you guys could be right though. If one of these teams goes 0-4 tonight,
Miami's a candidate, and New Orleans. Let's be honest, New Orleans is done. They might not want to admit it, but they're not going to.
And you could get into some kind of three-way deal. The only way you get A.J. Brown in a deal, I think, is in a three-way deal. And you have got to give – Philly is going to have a number one wide receiver in return. So if you could work it out with Miami, and I kind of floated this in our chat, if you could work it out with Miami, that you send Highsmith and a second, and Philly sends a third to Miami, then Tyreek to Miami, AJ to the Steelers, Miami gets – Highsmith as a second and a third-round draft pick, maybe you could work that out. The question is Howie Roseman willing to take on Tyreek?
I don't think so. I don't.
First
of all, I don't know if Miami. He does, but I don't know if Miami wants Highsmith at this point to begin with. They're going to start rebuilding. He's late 20s pass rusher with injury problems. I don't know if they want that.
He's not late 20s. He's mid-20s. He's like 26, 27.
What's kind of late 20s, right? 27?
That's too close to 30 for Dave.
Might be too close to 30 for Miami. Look, I know Tyreek is old, but we're not trying to get a 4-year career out of this guy. 28? Yeah, he's late 20s. We're just getting Tyreek for this season. Then you figure it out after. I'm not saying Tyreek's going to be here for 3 years and set the world on fire. You want to make a run. This is it, man. You have Aaron. You're 3-1. You're in first place by 2 games. Time to go get somebody and make a run.
According to all the insiders, the Steelers are not even going to consider Tyreek at any price.
But they tried to trade for him earlier. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, we don't know that they actually tried to.
That was reported.
Yeah, but then it was also reported after the fact that the real target was Ramsey.
No, I heard they switched to Ramsey once the Tyreek thing kind of fell through.
Yeah, except for the Miami guy, who's the insider Hall of Fame guy, said the target was always Ramsey.
We can spend it any way you want. But
which was the right decision, by the way.
I mean, probably. Yeah. Well, but I don't know. Yeah,
it is
kind of torn. There's still the most glaring hole in this team. They had 2 good corners when they traded for Ramsey. I mean, he makes the team better, absolutely. Well, no, you're going to change your mind and tell me now you don't think Slay and you told me Slay was great all off.
Wait. You said Slay was washed.
I did.
So why? How did we have 2 good corners?
I'm saying what they thought of their secondary, not what I thought about it. They thought they had 2 good corners.
I don't think they did. Otherwise, Ramsey is not the target.
You're confusing the fuck out of me, Bob. They signed Slay, but I didn't think he was good?
Who's the other guy?
JPJ.
There you go. I'm not sure they're convinced that JPJ is the long-term answer.
Well, I believe that, too. All right, let's get back to the game. We've gone too far. I got it before we get off.
No, I was just going to say, you're still not happy with Ramsey?
I am.
Okay.
And like
I always said, Ramsey's the best corner. I said that before the season started. He's the best corner on the team. I mean, I liked Minka a lot, and I didn't want to lose him for Ramsey, but it's clearly...
Well, the way you said it, you made it sound like the jury's still out on the trade.
Well, what do you need more? A corner or a second wide receiver? That's my point.
Well, see, my argument for you would be that Jonnu Smith has not done anything.
Yeah.
There's the real argument, is the fact that the second guy in that deal is not having an impact in these games. That's the part where you can make an argument. But as far as the secondary goes, I'm very happy with Ramsey.
Yeah, you can't not be. Well,
okay, well, just tell me this.
A ton of yards.
Just tell me this. What's Minka done? What's Minka done?
No, the Minka argument's separate. The argument we're having today is: do you need a second wide receiver more than you need a third or a corner? I won't call him a third corner because he's the best corner on the team.
Yeah, you get an all-pro-ish corner who is going to transition to an all-pro-ish safety in the next year or 2. Yeah, that was the right decision. Ramsey makes the whole defense go. That's why I'm not looking forward to playing Cleveland without him. I'm hoping he's healthy.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue that Ramsey hasn't been good. And we knew he was going to be good.
Yeah.
He's a good player. And he does make – and I guess if you think about it, this team's always been relying on their defense.
Yeah.
They've always been reliant. You know how Tomlin thinks. He wants to have a good defense. Let's switch over to defense. We talked about offense. The defense played great. Let me pull up the stat I saw because it's pretty amazing the last couple of games. 11 sacks, 49 pressures, and 7 takeaways in the last 2 games.
I was hoping that's the stat thing you were going to bring up as the last 2 games.
Kind of ridiculous, right?
49
Kinda
pressures.
ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
And Deshaun Elliott, 6 tackles, interception, forced fumble, sack, tackle for a loss, 2 quarterback hits, and 2 passes defended. That guy's ridiculous.
There are 3 guys that have just absolutely catapulted this defense, and that's Harmon, Elliott, and Herbig. Those 3 on this defense, I mean, it took them to a whole nother tier as far as I'm concerned. But I'm serious. Those 3, having Elliott back, Harmon back, and then Herbig getting to start, dude, I wouldn't. That should not change a bit. I'm sorry. Herbig's just too good.
The drum's finally starting to beat for him too. I heard a lot of guys on the radio today. I don't know how we could sit Herbig down.
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
There's
I've
just
been
no way.
I've been his biggest critic, but even I'm like, you can't take the guy off the field then. If he can't play the run, maybe you put Highsmith on first down and then yank him for the rest, every other down.
Well, that contract though.
Fuck it. You're trying to win now. Fuck it. I'd play him on first down and yank him off the field the rest of the time. Give Herbig a break so he doesn't play, 100 snaps a game.
Right.
And play Herbig the majority. Maybe not all of them, but the majority.
And it's Justin Jefferson comment. Look, first of all, guys, arguably the one or two best wide receivers in the league.
Right.
Second of all, they played a lot of zone. They did not really play him man.
Just that's it.
Our guys are going to run free through zones. And frankly, did Justin Jefferson have a nice game? Certainly had a nice game for my fantasy team, but he didn't really get the big catch.
You know what helps a lot is having a fucking lead. Having a fucking lead with this defense makes it a completely different defense because then they can pin their ear backs and rush the passer.
Yep.
Imagine building an offense to complement the defense. Me and Dave had this argument like 3 years ago when Kenny Pickett was
literally.
Build an offense that could get a lead for you to let these guys run and go. Then you're unstoppable. Look what they were doing. They were killing the Vikings.
Yeah.
And obviously Carson Wentz helped them quite a bit because
But part of that's because they made him one dimensional.
Yep.
They made him one dimensional.
Yeah, because they got a lead. Yeah, they got a lead and they had to pass. Yeah, and then that's easy pickings. That's Wentz throwing, every down. You're cooked.
Hey, let's give Keanu Benton some love, huh?
Yeah.
Dude, it was like they told him, hey, don't overthink it. Just go after the quarterback. Go get him.
Maybe
holy shit.
Let's not discount that the Vikings run a second team center and they just lost their starting guard the week before. So,
they lost the starting center during the game, though.
Yeah, but he'd been so bad, it didn't matter, Dave.
Yeah.
It didn't matter.
Yeah, I saw the stat too. Vaughn brings up. They blitzed Elliott 20 times in this game.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What team am I looking at? This is not the Steelers. I'm used to.
That's my point. They did so many things in this game.
You can do a lot. You can do a lot more against a Carson Wentz who panics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Flacco doesn't necessarily panic when they play him in a couple of weeks.
You watched him lately? He has been panicking.
Yeah, he can.
I don't think he wants to play anymore.
Well, when he's playing the Steelers, he kind of gets into that Ravens mode. The thing about Flacco, why that would be effective against him, is because he can't move.
Yeah, he's so immobile. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can do that. You're going to be able to do that to Browning. You're going to be able to do. Yeah. The question will become, where are we when we play the Packers? Where are we when we face Jordan Love? Because then we're going to see, have you really taken a step? Because if we have, then and Jordan Love is susceptible to pressure too, but he's not like Carson Wentz and Jake Brown.
Different animal altogether.
No, he can move around the pocket a lot easier.
But if
Carson Wentz threw for 300 yards in that game.
Yeah, because they were behind and all they did was throw the ball up, take away the pass to Addison. He's not 60. 300 yards. That was like 70 yards.
And it was because people were injured and they had Pierre and Clark and all those guys out there trying to communicate with each other. Because that's the thing you have to take. I know that they came roaring back in the second half, but there were so many injuries. You had guys that hadn't played together yet that were out there together.
They still find a way to make it. We can't just enjoy a game.
No,
we can't. It's just.
I give them a pass on this though because of those reasons. All them injuries to the secondary did not help.
As soon as you saw James Pierre was out there in pass coverage, you knew it was coming. Minnesota has weapons, even with Carson Wentz throwing the ball.
Right.
They got weapons. Somebody's going to get something. I would not have thought it would have been Slay, in a cover 2, covering the flat like he's supposed to, and then looking around going, hey, you think somebody should have covered 3? But for the most part, they did a pretty good job in coverage. It wasn't terrible.
No, you can't knock the defense. This is probably one of their better games. I just wish they would close. Let's get comfortable. Let's have a blowout. 14-point win would be fantastic.
It was 24-6
Sorry.
at one point.
Bro, I didn't
Yeah.
even have them winning. Like,
Yeah, I know.
you had them getting blown out.
I
So,
did.
I mean, I'm not gonna nitpick it. Like, honestly, the only like
I don't know about this. Now that I think about it more, J.J. McCarthy's running at least would have been a problem. Carson Wentz is kind of, well, he did have one good run, but I don't know.
still
J.J.
trying to find a
McCarthy's
silver lining
running-
for McCarthy, Dave. Really?
Yeah, his running would have been a problem, but his passing would not.
Yeah.
And
Vikings
I'm
are screwed. I don't know.
J.J. McCarthy isn't running away from T.J. Watt and Herbig. He's not.
Yeah, his passing would have been even we'd had more interceptions. Let's put it that way.
Wentz is a little mobile. I don't know. Their quarterback situation is terrible. You got a rookie quarterback for a team that was good last year and was, they were 15-2, right?
14-3.
14-3, and
Yeah.
this is the quarterback situation you come back with the next year. A rookie and Carson Wentz.
It wasn't. They let Darnold go because they believed in McCarthy.
Yeah.
And I saw Florio, who was butthurt, saying, I was waiting for the press conference to Aaron to call out Minnesota, saying, hey, wish you had me now. I would have liked it.
I bet they do.
He did.
I bet they do wish.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they do. Yeah.
Yeah. I bet they do wish they had Aaron right now.
Guys, I swear to God, if they let Ollie Gordon vulture a touchdown from a chain, I'm going to lose my mind.
They probably are.
Focus, Dave. Focus.
Sorry.
Anything else on the game? I mean, we brought up Peyton Wilson earlier.
Yeah,
Phenomenal play.
Look, I'm telling you, every time we have a clear quarterback advantage, Aaron's going to figure out a way to win those games. It'll be what happens when we don't have the clear advantage, like in Green Bay, like in Baltimore. Not saying that Lamar is 10 times better than Aaron, because he's not, but he is, he's an MVP for a reason. He's a good player. But these inferior quarterbacks, you're not going to beat a quality quarterback head to head. I mean, unless Aaron goes out and shits the bed in a game, you're just a quality quarterback is going to win 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10 times. They just are. That's why Ben was so good against the AFC North, because for most of his career, the AFC North had trash quarterbacks.
I mean, it does come down to that. If you get the better quarterback, 9 times out of 10, you're going to win the game.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. You guys, I don't know if both of you have the all 22 or whatever. Was there a series where they had Yaya Black at the nose with Harmon and Hayward out there? I thought so.
I haven't watched the all
I didn't
22
see
yet, but I did see it.
Okay.
Wasn't
I just wanted to
often.
check.
Mostly Benton played. But
Right.
yes, when Black was in the game, a couple of times he was on the nose.
Okay.
Interesting.
I thought. I
Imagine
wanted to
that.
ask you guys because I thought I saw it, but I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Was it?
haven't brought up Harmon. He's a big part of this defensive revival, too. He helps a lot. He's going to hopefully continue to improve and become, that defensive line can be pretty damn good if him and Black can continue to play well. That's huge.
You also have to think about double teaming Harmon and not Benton. And I think that's why Benton has played so well the last couple of games, because now he's 1-on-1. We know a 2-on-1 what's going to happen.
Yes, it's the same reason why I thought that Hayward had such a good game last game against the Patriots, because they were really worried about Harmon. It's the same thing for Benton. It can go both ways.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, dude, as much as I hate the fact that they didn't draft a wide receiver, I'm still starting to feel like, goddamn, they did a good job drafting Harmon. Like, maybe they did make the right pick.
And I was encouraged by Caleb Johnson until he came 1 yard fucking short of me hitting my parlay. 22 yards. I needed 23. So fuck you. Go to the practice squad.
I hate to agree with Trent, but he's right. They got to play that kid more. If nothing else, just to soften up the defense. He should be part of the rotation. Although now that Gainwell's had this game,
dude.
Once Warren's back, he's gone.
I thought for sure when they went up, what was it, 20 one to like single digit. I thought for sure that's when they're going to feed KJ, but no, they just kept getting to Gainwell because he was just doing so well.
Yeah.
He dropped a screen pass, but I do like when his first play in the game was a pass. They did try to get him a screen, so it wasn't as predictable, and he was mildly effective running the ball the first 2 times he was stoned, but then he was picking 3-4 yards, kind of like Trent's been making the case for. As they get more tired, he will be falling forward for 3 and 4 yards. So yeah, maybe there is a role for him. I still don't see feature back, but maybe there's a role if Jalen's hurt long term.
Yeah, and if Jalen's not hurt, he's going to go right back to the bench. I hope he enjoys the view from there because they loved Gainwell before his 100-yard game. Now they're going to be smitten with him.
But look, they've got something there. We were wrong.
We were wrong.
The scheme and the way they're designing things now, it's making it to where Gainwell can be successful. And like Bob said, if they keep going this route, I can't wait to see Jalen Warren out there with this. Honestly,
I hate to agree with Bob too, but this seemed like a mismatch on the line. Mm-hmm. I think you could have put any back there and he would have found room. I mean, it was space all over the place. Like the Vikings, I don't know what happened, but they made the Steelers' offensive line look like the best thing going.
Bob nailed it. He said it.
Yeah.
Undersized, and look what happened. I'm just amazed at the Steelers saw.
Right. Me too.
Yeah. And hey, big pun. You take away the 2 1-yarders when it was kind of telegraphed that he was going to run the ball. He had 4 carries for 20 yards. So we could play the take it, but unfortunately, you don't take away the things. Yeah. The 8-yard run was a nice run. He had a couple of nice little 3-4 yarders too. We're not saying he's the answer.
I thought he did okay. I don't think he did bad.
Yeah.
I thought he did okay.
No, he was fine. But again, it's tough to judge because everyone was, when was the last time Gainwell had 100 yards in a game?
Right.
I don't think technically he still hasn't because he only had 99.
He was like 99, right? Yeah. When was the last time he had 99 yards? But I mean, this was just, and they doubled down on it. They went extra offensive lineman. They brought Spencer Anderson in. Yep. They played, Darnell Washington a lot. I mean, they leaned into this and it worked. It worked fantastically.
Look, this can work against smaller defenses.
Yeah. I'm convinced now.
This can really work against Green Bay, by the way, because Kenny Clark ain't in the middle no more there. Micah Parsons, not a big guy. Quay Walker, not a big guy. There are things that where, power football can work. Philadelphia has really shown that. And since we're trying to be the Eagles West, I wouldn't hate seeing this in a couple of games, especially against these high-powered, high-scoring offenses. Load up, put them both in, and every once in a while pop up and throw it to DK on a 5-yard in, and let's see what happens.
Yeah, but it's just the same old argument, though. It works great until you fall behind. Then you're screwed. So as long as you have a lead, you can run this offense all day.
Steelers haven't fallen behind except in the Seattle game.
Yeah. Again, schedule hasn't been great. We haven't played anybody, Jets. Seattle, beat up Minnesota team.
For 3 years, we have watched them not score.
Oh, I get it.
In the first half.
I know. Well,
this is a much different offense. They're scoring early and often.
That's the Aaron Rodgers effect.
Exactly.
And that good in the red zone. They've never been this good in the red zone. They've been horrendous
Aaron Rodgers
in the red zone.
There's a difference. You got a veteran quarterback who knows what he's doing.
I'm convinced if they don't block that field goal, we probably win that game 34-3.
I mean, anything's possible. Yeah, the Vikings were definitely. I was way wrong on them. They were not prepared to play this game. I don't know if it's because of the injuries or what it was, but they were not ready for this game. I mean, they weren't ready for what the Steelers brought to them.
It's crazy to say they were outcoached by us.
I really can't even say it, Dave. I can't bring myself to say it.
And that's why
I
said it.
But they were.
I know it's hard for you to say it.
It is hard for me to say.
Because that's literally what happened. We've been waiting 3 years to have a game where we say we outcoached another team. But it's true. It's what we did.
That's true. Green Bay has a smaller – you go look at them. Losing Kenny Clark is low-key was a bigger deal than a lot of people are giving credit to that
Mm-hmm.
Is he Micah Parsons? No, but you heard Clark on the broadcast if you listened last night, or not him, but the reporter saying that he was not happy about it. He's just a throw-in. They're trying to get rid of salary. He's a Pro Bowl defensive tackle.
All right, since we brought up the game, George Pickens went off yesterday.
Yeah.
George Pickens went off. And with CeeDee Lamb out, he might be putting up some numbers. Not Dave shaking his head. He's not having it.
Somebody else is welcome to pay him.
Look, when things are going well, he's great. But the second he faces some adversity, that kid loses his mind. Last week he was throwing his helmet, acting crazy.
That's the frustrating part about him. Because he's got this in him. He's got games like this in him. This is who he should be.
He's Jekyll and Hyde. He's Jekyll and Hyde. He can't. He's a real high, and he's real low, man. Like, he can't find that common ground mentally to not lose it when things go rough. And look, this is just the beginning with them. This is game 4. Like, he's got plenty of time to do some other dumb shit like he did with us. But he had a good. I get it. He did good. He's doing good.
He's going to enjoy this time with CeeDee Lamb out because he's the number one target now.
Yeah.
And Dak Prescott is not a bad quarterback. He's going to get him the ball. I know you don't like him, but he's capable.
Well, let's just say this: he's good in the regular season.
Yeah. Well, let's put it this way: is he better than any quarterback that the Steelers have had since?
No.
Before Aaron Rodgers, he's better than Kenny Pickett. He's better than Mitch Trubisky.
Before Aaron Rodgers, yes.
Yeah, he's better than Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
he's better than Justin Fields. He is. Yep. He's better than all of them.
He's better than all those guys. Bob, you really want to argue that?
Middle of the pack, Dak.
He does want to argue it, but he doesn't mean it.
Middle of the pack, Dak. That's who he is.
Yeah, all right, I'll give you that. But he's good in the passing game, man.
Those other guys
good in the passing game. When he plays a good defensive team, he throws it. This is Dak Prescott's entire career. I get down 35-0. I come back to 35-28. Oh, he's great. Skip Bayless made people think that Dak Prescott was a great quarterback.
I didn't say he was great.
Scrub. He's always been a scrub. He'll never win a big game. Bob, he'll never win a big game.
All the guys
one big game in his career, game 1,
were not even good enough to be middle of the pack.
Yeah, my point is he's better than anything George Pickens has ever seen.
You know what? Maybe Justin
his professional
Fields.
career.
Maybe Justin Fields.
Not even Justin Fields. Dude.
Well, let me wait. If they don't lock him in a box, then Justin could be middle of the pack.
Yeah. Really
look at it. Vaughn says the fucking Dolphins are up 10-0. Lazard it is. God damn it. God damn it.
It's early.
There's Justin Fields not in a box, down 10-0 to the worst team in football.
It's early. It's early. Huh? Something could happen. It's early.
Guess.
It's the Dolphins. They, who knows? I mean, look, I could talk all night about how Dak is extreme. And I tell you what, if we open this up to some Cowboy fans, beyond the sycophants, they'd tell you the same thing.
Again, we're not arguing that he's a Hall of Fame quarterback.
No, we're arguing that he's better than what the Steelers have had.
He's a capable quarterback. None of those guys even right. They're not even 500 guys. At least Dak can get you to 500. Like Russ is cooked. This version we had of Russ is cooked.
Dak or Mitch Trubisky?
It's not even close.
Dak or Kenny?
Dak or Mitch. I mean,
Kenny. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The quarterbacks and we're not even going to start with the offensive coordinators that George Pickens played under.
Dak over Mitch and Kenny, of course. Dak over Wilson and Fields.
This version of Russ, yeah.
That's not
this version of Russ we got. I mean, come on. You're letting your hatred blind you. Russ is terrible.
You're letting the fact that all you do is look at Prescott's stats, and in every big game he's ever played in.
I'm not talking about winning the Super Bowl, Bob. I'm just talking about capable quarterback play. Just put aside playoffs. The guy's thrown for 4,000 or 5,000 yards a season.
Put aside the fact that every big game he plays regular season or postseason.
My God, you're driving me crazy. We're not talking about
that. It's a fact. It's an objective fact. The guy can't fucking play. He throws 3 interceptions, 4 interceptions every big game he plays.
I'm not talking about big games. Stop talking for a minute and listen. I'm talking about regular season. Is he a good quarterback compared to what George Pickens has had? It's undeniable. It's not even worth arguing about. Why bother, Bob? He's better than anyone the Steelers have had since Ben Roethlisberger. Period. Full stop. End of conversation.
No, I don't think he's better than Justin
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
I disagree.
Oh, all right. Fine.
I disagree.
I can't with you.
You're
arguing just for the...
Bottom line, he's not a good
If you polled 1,000 NFL people, who's a better thrower of the football, Justin Fields or Dak Prescott, you would not get one single person that said Justin Fields.
Well, you get
not one.
He would say.
Actually,
not one.
I think you get more than you think. Probably be a majority for Prescott, but they ignored the video evidence of him not playing well when it counts. Okay, can he complete a pass against a 2-14 team? Sure. But if
this is my point. But could Kenny Pickett do it? No. This is the point.
Kenny Pickett won as many playoff games as Dak Prescott did.
Oh my God, we're going back to the playoff. All right, we got to stop.
Yes, we need to get back to talking about the Steelers.
Are we wrapped up on the Steelers or anything else in the game? I think we covered it pretty good.
Okay, this one I'll go along with. Dak is better than Anthony Richardson.
Oh boy. You might thought I was talking about Anthony Richardson the way you.
He's no
Cooper Rush.
I agree.
Holy crap! All right, are we done? We should be done here. Anything else from the game? Seriously, before we wrap it up, we're already at an hour and 6.
Did we want to? I mean, I guess we covered the whole not going for it when they should have, and
yeah. I mean, that was just no balls whatsoever.
Yeah.
It continues to. But
if it wasn't for Aaron, he would have kicked that field goal earlier, right? He too. I mean, Aaron had to literally shoo him away, and still got.
Did you guys notice though on the throw to Metcalf before Metcalf even scored, Rodgers and Tomlin were pointing to each other, celebrating on that on the play? That was so cool that they were literally pointing to each other and going off, and he hadn't even scored yet. Like, I thought that was the coolest thing. Oh, there's Jamal.
Yeah.
I think
hey, Jamal, you left the other night before we tried to shout out your podcast or space or whatever you do. Put it in the chat.
Yeah, if you got a link or whatever, put it in there, brother.
I think they told Corliss to kick it out of the back of the end zone, to be honest.
Ooh, that's a good thing to talk about. Yeah, he kicked the shit out of the ball.
I think they told him to, so there was no return.
But, dude, why? You take up more time if you get
because you're the Steelers. Because he didn't just kick it into the end zone. I mean, he blasted it out. They must have told him. They had to. They had to.
Was the special team struggling that bad on kickoffs and punts?
I think so.
It wasn't worth the risk. It wasn't worth the risk.
You think so? They must have really thought it was a risk because, I mean, if you just do a little pooch punt and force them to have to play the ball, you take more time off the clock. Like,
I totally agree that they should have gone for it. But bottom line is, the whole idea of it worked because they couldn't get in the field goal range.
They almost did. A penalty killed them. What was it? The intentional grounding? I think that's what killed them.
Yeah,
was it intentional grounding or something at the end?
Yeah, there was an intentional grounding, but
there was no doubt it wasn't a penalty.
Anything to do with
this. No, there was definitely a penalty, but they were at the 40 at one point, right? With some time left, I think they got past midfield before that penalty dropped them back.
No, they didn't get past midfield.
Vaughn, I don't give a fuck if they're on the 30. I would do a little fucking kick and force them to have to play it and run more time off the clock. I don't give a shit.
If you got 4 inches, that way,
unless
you're dominating the line of scrimmage. I mean, why you don't go for it?
I mean, unless they thought Waitman couldn't do it, were they worried he'd fuck it up?
No.
I don't know.
That was Tomlin being risk averse, saying "fuck you," put it out of the end zone.
Yeah, I think so too.
And in retrospect, as much as we killed Tomlin, and that ended up being the right decision.
Maybe.
Well, in the sense that it worked.
Yeah. I mean, it did work ultimately. It was stressful.
I was still a little worried.
Yeah,
sure. I was still a little worried.
And that Minnesota kid has a good leg. He kicked a 60-yarder the week before.
And I guess you don't want to give them the ball. Will it have been about midfield?
Wow.
When they punted
Which
it?
is why, all due respect to the national announcers, and I get it. Hey, if it is you're inside the 4, you score a touchdown, the game's over. Totally get it. But going up 2 touchdowns the way the defense was playing, there was some justification to just kick the field goal. If you're going to go for it on 4th and 3.5, why the fuck don't you throw the ball? I don't understand that. But if you're going to run it, then just fucking kick the field goal. Go up. Go up two touchdowns.
Yep. Yeah,
Okay,
it's Tomlin. He's lost his nerve lately. He really has.
It's a new Steelers YouTube podcast, Game Blitz with Izzy, 6 Steelers. When do you go, Jamal? When do you broadcast?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll have to do it on Twitter too. We'll tag him or whatever. If he's on Twitter, we can do that too.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. I think we've covered it pretty good. Anything else before we get out of here?
No, looking forward to Friday. We're going to have to figure out what we're going to talk about with the Steelers off week. Hopefully, we'll have
bye week coming up. We're going to talk about college quarterbacks at some point, either Friday or our Monday show.
Yeah, I think we're going to do. Are we going to do like our top 5 each? Is that what we're going to?
Yeah, something like that.
Thinking?
Top 5, top 10, something like that. Yeah, probably Monday, so we'll get one more weekend of games.
We're probably going to
hopefully have a top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, it's been bad.
So we got what?
A sneak preview. It's been bad.
Yeah, we got what? Fantasy Thursday, and then we got Friday, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, still got
legendary picks. Could be some movement in the standings.
I did not have a good week.
I'm trying to go 500 again this week.
I did not have a good week. Not at all.
No,
I said 9 p.m. Central Time.
Actually, I think Trent had the worst week, but still.
All right, guys in the chat. Thanks a lot. You guys are always great. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. We've been rolling with the subscriptions lately. We appreciate that. Keep it going. Until Fantasy One of Thursday. Thanks for listening to the Steelers Sanctuary Podcast.
Just smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.